Alright, what's good with y'all niggas, bro? It's Don Coolio coming at y'all with another video, man. Today, we finna be talking about the Joker movie. And I'm about to give y'all just my first, I literally just watched it. I just got done watching it probably like 20 minutes ago. I was in here talking, thinking about it, talking about it, just after the movie. And I wanted to just say I don't agree with popular opinion about the movie. I don't think the movie was that bad, and I don't think the musical aspect of the movie made it bad in any way. I think the movie, first of all, let's talk about why people were saying that the movie wasn't a good movie, comic book movie that is, right? They were saying it wasn't a good comic movie because, first of all, it didn't carry the same vibe as the first movie. It was a musical. It was a lot of musical stuff in it. It was, they had the ending. The ending was, they said they didn't really like the ending, and it was like, the whole movie, he's really just in jail or locked up the whole time. That's the only thing I really agree with about the movie, like what people were saying, was that the ending wasn't really that. I didn't like the ending at all. However, the rest of the movie, pretty good. It was pretty good to me. This movie wasn't meant to be the same thing as the first movie. However, I can see how the first movie did impact this movie. It was a lot of the same aspects. For one, let's be honest, the first movie, even though it wasn't a musical, it had a lot of musical aspects to it. In the first movie, he was dancing on the stairwell like while music was playing, like instruments was playing in the background. He just in his own head, and he's only doing this while he's the Joker. He didn't do this while he didn't have that Joker paint on and the suit on. He didn't do any of that then. He was just Arthur Fleck, or whatever his name is, right? And so once we get into Joker 2, like I said, the first movie, it had musical aspects to it. It had a lot of musical aspects to it. It wasn't completely like this, but you gotta think, right? Like I'm gonna get into my notes. I'm gonna get into my notes perfectly, like, so I can explain this perfectly to y'all, right? First thing I said is this movie is called The Joker, right? He's a mentally insane person. He's the Joker. We gotta always remember this. This nigga is the Joker. This is not you. This is the Joker, bro. This nigga is supposed to be crazy. All the singing sequences, majority of the singing sequences in the second movie are damn near in his head, right? And we're gonna get into that even more. They damn near in his head. They don't take away from the movie. If anything, I think it makes the movie a little bit better because it makes you feel. All the musical sequences in there are amazing. Like, the songs are good. They're good. It was probably only like one or two that I just was like, damn, this one is kind of fucked up. But then I thought of, like, in the grand scheme of things, it's really not fucked up. Once again, he's insane. And he's in confinement, alone to deal with it all himself. So now it's almost like his inside world is now completely able to be seen to the viewer, which is us, obviously, because it's not being overtaken by the outside world, which would be him, like, being in the outside world, like in regular civilization, right? Around populations of people. He's not around it. He's in a closed environment. He's locked away, right? When in the last movie, it didn't have all the musical aspects because the one time that it did was whenever he was going down them stairs, or whenever he first got done killing that nigga and the police was after him and he had all his goons and they had him on the car and shit like that. That was the only times when he was really dancing. You feel me? And it had the musical aspects. And once again, that's when he's the Joker. When he's regular Arthur Fleck, it wasn't none of that, bro. The only times he was really singing and dancing in here was whenever it had something to do with the Joker inside of him. It wasn't when he was just regular Arthur Fleck. Like, whenever it was just him, he was just doing regular shit, smoking a cigarette, some regular shit, you feel me? But when anything came up that was tempting that Joker inside of him, that's whenever the singing came. But that's the crazy in him. That's the Joker in him. That's how he's mentally insane, bro. He's mentally insane. That's how he thinking about it. When he starts singing and shit, he probably, like, put it like this. If the Joker was to just start singing in the middle of in a fucking crazy house, would it really seem that fucking crazy? No, he's the fucking Joker. So it makes sense for them motherfuckers just to sit there and watch it. They was making fun of him anyway. They tell this nigga if he tell them a joke that they gonna give him a cigarette. So they don't give a fuck. That makes sense for him to just be in there singing. And it was certain sequences where, like I said, the singer was just in his, majority of them, they was just in his head. You know? Two, or the next point, this is supposed to be a romantic movie. Harley Quinn is in this movie, played by Lady Gaga, right? Harley Quinn is in this movie. This is supposed to be a romantic between Joker and Harley Quinn. Those are the two main pieces of this movie. Without Harley Quinn, this movie would have to get completely changed to a different narrative, right? It's a romantic. The singing sequences don't take too much away from the movie. Imagine like I said, the singing sequences don't take much from the movie. If they add to the Joker and not Lady Gaga, Joker and Harley Quinn's relationship, majority, if not all, of the singing sequences are about their love for each other and their relationship and just their connection to each other and what's going on in their relationship, how he's feeling, what's going through his head, what's going through her head, how she feeling. That's what the singing sequences are portraying. You feel me? That don't take away from the movie. If anything, it adds to it. These two people are fucking crazy. This is how they're thinking about the world. Harley Quinn is in this movie, she the only person to understand that Joker in Arthur. So that's what they think the same. That's why they the only ones singing on this bitch. Because they the only ones that's thinking like that. They move like that. They understand one another. They are the same in that aspect. You feel me? The singing sequences don't take too much away from the movie. Imagine you're locked away in confinement and you're insane, for one. Even if you're not insane, you be in your head a lot to the point where you lose touch with reality. This nigga in jail, he already crazy. He the Joker. And same with her. Even though she wasn't supposed to be in, like, she wasn't locked up for nothing, she still admitted the bitch crazy, bro. So when they get locked up and they gotta deal with a lot of shit, they in their head a lot, right? The Joker, we seen when he was in the outside world, what was he doing? Dancing around, imagining trumpets and shit playing in the background. So what the fuck you think gonna happen when he get in confinement? This nigga's just, bro, it's just gonna go haywire. It's gonna be on overdrive. What's going on in his head is him being the Joker. So what's gonna be going on in his head is that same shit that was going on the outside, but times 100. And that's what you were seeing. But like I said, you would be in your head a lot to the point where you would lose touch with reality. Some singing sequences are made to portray his mind and what's going through it. And it's how it plays in his mind. The mind of the Joker and the mind of Harley Quinn. These two people are supposed to be synonymous. They're supposed to be synonymous. Come on, man. It was the Joker and Arthur that was singing and dancing. It was all the majority in his head anyways. Like I said, I already said that, but it's in here. When he went up to Harley, when he got out the courthouse, he told her to stop singing. He didn't want to sing anymore because he wasn't the Joker anymore. Or more so, he didn't want to be the Joker anymore because he always going to be the fucking Joker. Right? So, once again, we can thoroughly say that the singing was being done by the Joker. All that singing shit was the Joker. Right? So, Harley Quinn, her whole purpose was she was connected to that Joker in him. I'm gonna be real. She was connected to that Joker. She knew that he was Arthur Fleck, but she fucked with that Joker in him too. Like, she wanted that real nigga out of him. That's what she wanted. She wanted that out of him. She wanted him to keep being that, right? Once he stopped being that, all the songs stopped. All the music stopped. She wasn't fucking with him no more. Because they wasn't the same no more. When he said that shit talking about he wanted Joker, she not the same no more. She can't sing with. Who she gonna sing with now? Who she gonna go to? Who she gonna have these moments? Who she gonna feel like they not the same no more? They don't connect no more. That connection was gone, right? That's why at the end she's sitting there singing. He tell her straight up, "Oh no, like, can you stop? I just want to talk about us. I just want to talk to you," right? But she wasn't fucking with that. And once again, you notice too, like the whole time once he got out into regular public, there was no like singing sequences where it like turned into a whole different area. Like, it was like the environment changed. It was none of that. It was none of that. When she started singing, it was just them singing, sitting right there. You feel me? And then, like I said, it makes sense. All this shit makes sense. These are two crazy people. This bitch got admitted into the fucking hospital just to meet this nigga. This nigga killed 6 people, 1 on live television, and 1 was his fucking mother. He's the Joker. She's Harley Quinn. They're supposed to be crazy, right? It's in line with the first movie. The ending was garbage, though. Do not get that shit twisted. The ending was a piece of garbage. They fucked that shit up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't give a fuck, bro. This gonna have spoilers in it. The Joker gets stabbed damn near to death at the end. I don't know if he dies, bro. I don't know any nigga that's surviving that. I'm gonna be honest, but he basically got stabbed to death on some random shit, bro. And the movie just ended. The movie just ended. Harley Quinn left him because he wasn't the Joker no more. Nigga turned to a bitch. Nigga wasn't the Joker no more. Nigga stopped doing the one like. What the fuck would cause you like? That's like I said. That's the only problem I got. What the fuck would cause you to go in the court and now you done turned pussy and shit. Now you not the Joker no more. You just lost your bitch because now you want to sit here and say you not the Joker. What is we talking about, bro? What is we talking about? All in all, I get that movie. If I get okay, let's say okay. The first movie, if we say that the first movie was a 10 for like in DC movie terms, I'd say that's like a 10. The first movie was a 10. I would say this movie was like a 7, 8. The ending literally destroyed the movie. Like literally destroyed the movie. The musical aspects was not bad, bro. It added on to the movie. I just explained it to you. That's all you need to hear. There are 2 crazy people. They both think like that. We saw in the last movie, Joker thought like that and he moved like that. Harley Quinn, why would she not be the same way as him? The first, like literally, they're portrayed to be very similar. The first thing she do when she see him is to go like this, because that's what he was doing in the last movie. That's the whole point. They connect on a deep level. That's the whole point of the musical aspects. It was literally only pertaining to their relationship. All the musicals, all the singing parts is basically pertaining to their relationship. They didn't have shit to do with court. They didn't have nothing to do with none of that shit. But yeah, man, I give it an 8 out of 10. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna, a lot of people don't like the movie. I fuck with it. Them my reasons. Everybody got their own opinion. If you don't like the musical part, that's that's cool. I can't just tell you what to like. But me personally, I fucked with that shit. You feel me? I fucked with it. That was a little different. That was definitely different, but it wasn't garbage. It wasn't like Joker walking through the prison and then all the prisoners started dancing and singing. Like, it wasn't no shit like that, bro. Now if it was some shit like that, that would have been like so trash. And they just tried to play it like, oh, everybody was dancing and singing, and then like once the song ends, they just go back to doing what the fuck they was doing. Nah, that would have threw the movie off. That would have been trash. But the way they did it was not trash. I'm not gonna lie, that movie was not as bad as people was trying to make it seem. Trust me. But like I said, everybody entitled to their opinion. So yeah, if you want to go see it, go see it. I recommend going and seeing it. I think you might like if you go into it without trying to be objective and just trying to judge the movie, just go into objective like without like already thinking it's a bad movie. Just go into it and just watch it, bro, and just accept it for the movie that it is. You feel me? But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. That's my opinion on the Joker movie. Like, comment, subscribe, and Don Coolio out, bro.